Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Uchenna and I'm a Nigerian-based digital content creator, and on this channel I talk about everything books and lifestyle. To my OGs, welcome back. Today's video, I'll be talking about getting started on Bookstagram, tips, content creation, and how to get ARCs, that is review copies of books from publishers. Also, I'll be doing a book mail unboxing from an international publishing house. So if you're starting out on Bookstagram or you have already started but you're still figuring things out, this is the right video for you. So sit back while I take you on a ride and also show you the latest new books in my collection. First on my list is you picking a niche. So if you're starting out on Bookstagram, the first thing I'd advise for you is to actually pick out a niche. Let's say you're interested in reading books by African authors. That's your interest. So you figure out your interest. You should start from there, because no matter the genre of books you want to talk about, be it you want to talk about horror books, you want to be talking about romance books, your audience, your people will actually find you. No matter where you are, no matter how your content is, they will actually find you, because there's always people that are interested in exactly what you do. And picking a niche should actually help you in figuring out the things you want to create content on, and also will help you on the long run, because some days can be very taxing, or some days you don't have the motivation or the inspiration, but then because of this is what you love doing, or this is what you have interest in, it will actually keep you going. That will keep you going. That will make you feel burnt out easily. I'm not saying you're going to get burnt out. Sometimes you will, but it won't be frequent like when you are, let's say, talking about a niche that it's not something you have genuine interest in. So first off, I would say you should figure out your niche. So while we are on that, I got this book made from Osborne YA publishing house, and while I'll be sharing my tips, I'll also be unboxing the books in this book mail. So my second tip would be that you should actually just start. When it comes to Bookstagram or content creation in general, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't need to have all the gears. You don't need to have everything set up, looking good, looking crispy. No, just start out. Just start, because starting out is actually where it is. When you start, that means, okay, I'm in this game, so you can actually get going. But when you haven't started, you'll be like, oh my god, okay, I need this, I need that, I need this. You don't really need all those expensive gears you think you need. Like, you need them quite alright, but you are just starting out. So I'll just advise, like, play around with what you have, do with what you have, and as you grow further, you're going to see that, okay, yes, I need to upgrade. Maybe by then you already have something put in place that can help you upgrade. If it's maybe getting LED light or upgrading your phone, that will actually help you. So first thing I have is 21% Monster. This is a middle grade book. Yes, this is a middle grade book. And let's see what we have here next. Next we have Spell Stoppers, and this is another middle grade book. Well, it seems we are getting into middle grade books this time around. Next here we have is Furthermore. I hope I pronounced the name. I hope I pronounced the name well. We have Furthermore, and wow, okay, we still have 2 more left in this bag. Next here we have The Unexpected Tale of the Bad Brothers. The Unexpected Tales of the Bad Brothers. Lastly, we have, let's see what we have here. The Magic Burn. No, Magic Burn. Okay, we have Magic Burn. And these are the books. There are 5 in numbers. Let me show you. So I got these 5 books from Osborne YA, and they are YA books, although there's a particular book I was wishing that book is among these. I think they sent that one out before now, but then, you know, my post with the struggle. Sometimes I don't get the books that publishers do send to me, and this is not like the first time, this is not like the second time, this is like, let's say, seventh time. Let's just put it seventh time, because it's more than six. Like, they'll send out books and your book will get missing. But that's by the way. So the third tip or advice is be true with your personality and have fun. When I talk about personality, you don't have to fake let's say fake something you are not, or fake who you are, so that you get people to like you. However you are, or whoever, just come to the Bookstagram community with your personality. With, let's say you talk too much, you play too much, you crack joke too much, just come. Like, that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you stand out. That's what you'll be known for. Like, oh, this person, his videos are always, you know, good, and making that funny. That will actually make you stand out. And you should also have fun. This Bookstagram sometimes can be quite taxing, especially if you're taking it more serious. It can be quite taxing, but aside that, I would still advise for you to have fun. Like, I enjoy creating content. I enjoy making videos, even though sometimes there might be some external factor that would actually try to frustrate you. But aside that, it can be fun. So enjoy the fun process while you are doing that, because I trust you. Bookstagram can be fun and it can be taxing, but then always enjoy the moment. Don't beat yourself that, okay, I'm not doing this enough, this is not. Just go with the flow. As you progress, you are going to see improvements. You're going to see that growth. I think when I started, it's not the same place I am right now. My type of content were mostly pictures, and they were mostly outdoor pictures, because I didn't have let's say I didn't have like a very well furnished place that I can actually create content in. Not like I don't have an apartment, but it's not something, I didn't find it like Insta body or YouTube body, that kind of a thing like that. So I had to make good use of what I had there, which was, I used a plain board that was outside. I was using that board to teach children back then. That was the board I was using. So I'll put down a crate, and I'll put the board, and I'll put a blanket, then I'll get a white clothes, then put on top. So then I take pictures with the book. Sometimes I have to find props, let's say a perfume, or let's say a bottle of something, flower. So see, the stress sometimes the stress I have to go through. I'll find flower, or I'll just get anything that I can lay my hands on, like try to think of a concept, because, you know, we are all for the creativity. But that's the part of fun, like that's the fun part. You know, sometimes I'll go with a friend to like mountain to take a picture, and while we are going, we are having fun. The next tip on my list is provide value. Now, value comes in different form. Value does not have to always be something that is educational. Value can come in form of entertainment, in form of informative, in form of educational, in form of, like, there are different forms of value. So what is most important is put out value in the content you are giving out. It depends on what you want. If you want to be giving out more fun content, there's a way you can work around that. You can go with videos, which is reels. Then you check out audios that, you know, that you can actually create content with. Audios that, let's say, they are funny audios, and you think of a concept that is relatable to your niche. That's one of the ways I create content. Let's say you think about this audio, bunch of women surrounded in my room. I shouted, Jesus, what a life. I can actually use that audio, let's say from the part of, I shouted, Jesus, what a life. I relate it to, like, let's say I go to a bookstore and they tell me the price of a book is 20,000 naira. See, that one reach for me to shout, Jesus, what a life. Because, and people will actually relate, because there are sometimes they go to bookstores, and when they see the price, or let's say they reach out to some of the booksellers and they tell them the price of the books, most people, you know, the prices do scare them. So it's something that they can relate to it, and they will laugh. Like, you're already providing value with that kind of content you put out, because it's something that is relatable. You just made them laugh, and that is actually value. So just, I would say, provide value in whatever way you can. If it's in your photos, let's say you want to get creative. Getting creative with your photos too is still providing value to your audience, and that will also help you to build up your community. My fifth tip is for you to put out that content. Now, why I'm telling you this, it's because this is something that I struggle a lot with, like putting out. I'm like, okay, this content, is it good enough? Is it bad? Is it this? But then at some stage, I realized that showing up is what is more important to me, and providing value. Like, I don't have, everything does not have to be perfect. My pictures does not have to be perfect. My videos does not have to be perfect. As long as it's something that it's good enough for people to actually take something out of it, I will put it out. So I would say put out the content. Those pictures you normally keep, you take a picture and you're like, oh my, okay, oh my god, the picture is not this side is not giving, this side is not this. Put out that content, because you don't know. I've had scenarios where the content I thought they were not good enough, I put those content out, and it turns out those content was what got me new followers. And that's why I say just prioritize consistency and showing up than perfection. That would actually help you to grow as you move on, because I will tell you, growth does not just happen once. It's a step-by-step process, and going with the flow, going with the consistency is what should actually get you to where you want to be. Now, on putting out the content, let's say on the photo aspect, how I take my photos by myself. I try to get creative with some of them because it's Instagram. So one thing you should consider when you're putting out a photo, you should try as much as possible to consider some things when taking a photo. Let's say your lighting. If you're taking a photo indoor and the lighting is not good enough and you can't afford like a ring light or LED lights, mostly I prefer LED lights, then you can consider taking those photos outside. It does not really have to be to take that photo inside the house. You can take it outside where the lighting is more better. It will give you a more better picture that is, I don't want to say Instagram worthy, but that is pleasing to the eyes, because pictures is what get people's attention. I won't lie. Like, once the pictures are good, some people, they'll actually follow you for, oh, you take good pictures, that kind of a thing like that. Also, I would say just make use of what you have. When I'm taking photos, let's say I'm taking an indoor photos, I take photos by myself. So sometimes I'll put my phone down, even when I don't have a tripod. I'll put my phone down, and then I'll put a timer. I'll now run and go and sit down and take that photo. Then I'll come back again, press it, and go back again to take a photo. And at the end, most of those photos comes out. You don't even know that. You won't know what I went through in those photos. Sometimes I have to pull like a background, like, just improvise with what you have. Honestly, you just have to make use of what you have. And if it's for the video, you can actually start from where you are. How I started was, I didn't have any lights back then. So what I normally do is I will open the window, open the door, because the room I was using to create content, this room in particular, it does not have enough lighting in. So what I do mostly is that I open the place in the afternoon, open the window, and then I try to just make best use of what I can get. Shoot the video as it is, and let's say when I'm editing it, I add a little bit of lighting in to actually, make it more brighter. So that's just it. When it comes with coming up with content ideas for your Bookstagram, you don't have to overthink it. Let's say for reels, you can actually create content around like scenarios that happens in the life of a Bookstagrammer. So it can be me currently reading a book, and let's say your mom now calls you to come and maybe wash plates. There's this sound that the sound was like, oh my god, something like oh my god, something like that. And that's something that is relatable. Let's say for books, most times we are like, oh, I've not read this book, I can't really post a picture about it, something like that. In my own situations, let's say for these books, I want to post these books, I can talk about middle grade books, like in general. So that's still another means. If it's, let's say, this particular book reminds me of something, I can only talk about, okay, I'm currently reading this, and the book reminds me of this and that kind of a scenario like that. So creating content, when it comes to like coming up with the idea, it does not have to be something that it's taxing. You can be scrolling through TikTok or just reels and you see an audio. You can actually, like, let's say, create content that it's within your niche. That's just the secret when it comes to these reels. Like, you want to repurpose already made audio that somebody used, you can actually use it, but you just have to make it to be in your niche. So if you're up with these tips, this will actually lead you to the next, which is getting ARCs or review copies from publishers and authors. Now, before you actually get to this stage, you should already have content on your page, because that's the only way some of these publishers will agree to actually give out their books to you for you to review, because they already see what you do. Let's say if you have a goal of working with a publisher or working with an author in the aspect of maybe creating content for their books, then you should be looking on how to put out content that they see and they also want to like repurpose, or content that they can use, content that are worthy enough. Then that will actually foster more relationship. And then sometimes you are the one to reach out to these authors or publishers, just like you send an email, hi, my name is this and I'm a literary content creator. I talk about books on my channel. You can check that out. I would love to review this book on my channel, because I feel the book is a book that my audience would be interested in, and also me myself would be interested in looking for. Like, it's just, you send an email to them. If it's a publishing house that can actually get the book across to you, they'll first of all check your Instagram, or let's say your YouTube or whatever platform you are using. They'll actually check and see, okay, what does this person has to offer. They'll check on your content, your followers, your engagement. Now the thing is that sometimes when you don't have the quantity, which is your followers, you can actually work with the quality, which is your content. The content, you provide quality content, that is an advantage for you, that the publisher would also will see, oh, okay, this person provide quality content, I can actually work with this person on this. So basically what I would advise is put out the kind of content that this brand would see and they would love and they would want to work with you, because that's just the key. And then sometimes you have to be the one to make the move, you have to be the one to make the push before they realize, oh, okay, this person actually has a platform that we can actually use to talk about our books. That's just one of the ways of getting ARCs. Lastly, I would advise for you to engage. You have to engage with other readers, with other like minds like you. That will actually help you to foster relationship on the long run, because I've had people that we are now besties that I met on the Bookstagram space. See, everything just started from engaging with their content, and then we get to know each other. I've hung out with some of them and it's actually amazing, like it's nice. My advice for you would be that you don't really have to break the bank to read the latest releases, to this fear of missing out on what's happening. But let's say your friends or the people you know on Bookstagram are reading the latest books. You don't really have to break the bank for you to be able to do that. You can actually utilize some platforms and also some apps like Script. You can use Script to read your digital copies and also listen to audiobook, and with my referral link you get 60 days free when you use it to register on Script. So guys, these are my tips for you when it comes to Bookstagramming, and also I hope you find these tips helpful. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, please do leave that in the comment section, like any other topic, or let's say something you want me to explain more on, you can leave that in the comment section. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do click the subscribe button below, and also you can refer this channel to a friend when you know this type of content would be actually helpful and useful for them. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.